Alright guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be moving all my pedals from the Boss BCB60 to the pedal train. Let's get to it. Alright, welcome back. So, pardon my outfit. I gotta wear the jammies because I wanted to be comfortable sitting down here for a long time period and moving my pedals from the Boss BCB60 to the pedal train. Look, Boss BCB60 was good, wasn't too bad. It comes with its own power supply, but I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of space which actually just gets wasted. Everything up on the top, I can't not really put my pedals up on the top, and the only place I have my pedals are just over here. So I've got 7 pedals stacked in here, which is great. But it's a mission, and you can still see all the cables lying around. So it's not very professional. Let's put it that way, and kind of gets a bit difficult as well, like carrying this big chunk of plastic with you. Whereas like pedal train, pedal board is I guess more user friendly. Just becomes it's more convenient to not only put more pedals on it, and just the way the cables have been organized, and that's good. Comes with this bag. You must have seen it. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take out the pedal train out of its case, which is actually super handy, come to think about it, because you can just hang it around your shoulder just to get just to move things around. And that's a shoulder strap, and comes with hook and loop, also known as Velcro. So, wow, I didn't realize it actually comes with a shoulder pad on the strap, so that's pretty good. Yeah, and big chunky buckles. Alright. Oh yeah, here we go. Some cable ties as well. So that's super handy, I like that. And so this is the Novo 18, and yeah, it looks good. I like it. It's very lightweight, very lightweight. And if I was to compare this with my Boss BCB60, gives me almost a quarter of less space. This way, and wide. It's not that wide, but I can fit in my wah pedal here and a lot of other pedals. So I'm just gonna give this a clean wipe before I put the hook and loop tape. Just use some Spirit. Just get rid of the dust, because you want that hook and loop tape to stick nicely. I'm gonna be putting a power supply underneath it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be drilling a hole or using some sort of brackets, but we'll see. See what I'll do. I haven't decided yet. Who knows, I may end up just putting that on top, so we just have to wait and see. So because I used tissue paper, I just want to get rid of any paper on it. So I'm just gonna use a cloth to get rid of the dust particles which have come off the tissue paper, just to give it a nice clean wipe so that the surface is smooth for me to install the hook and loop tape. It's great. This is great. Like when I'm playing a live show, I can easily pick it up like so and just move it around, and can also hold it like so. Pedal train Novo. Alright, let's make some space over here. And alright, so this is my power supply. The cable is actually not very long, so I might have to do more DIY just to extend it, but I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this. Alright, so everything has to be facing this way. That's good. It's yep, pretty good. It's gonna fit here, and you know, I might as well just use only Velcro to do it. And because it's so tiny, I'll just move it around to one end. There are vents on the side of my power supply, so I just want to make sure that there's enough room for air to go through. Yeah, it's looking good. It's actually so tiny, my power supply, that I could essentially even put it up on top if I want to. So I guess I'm going to think about it later, because it fits perfectly on this board. So let me just see what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the hook and loop tape. I always tend to put the hook side on the bottom here, and the fuzzy side at the back of the pedals. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do this time. Oh, this pedal is stuck. So what do I have here? Okay, so I'm just going to go and check and see what's at the back of my pedals already, and then I'm going to go accordingly. Alright guys, I've decided to go with the fuzzy side on the pedal train, and I'm going to put the hook and loop side at the back of my pedals. So I've got 2 more tracks to cover. And that was the second last one, and now this is my final one. And then we got this job done. Alright, so that's what it looks like. I've actually put the Velcro right to the very end, just in case if I want to move my pedals on the side. I'll try to keep them more in the middle, but if I have to move it on the side, at least I've got Velcro there as a backup. So this thing is ready. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've done the boring bit, which is actually putting the Velcro underneath all my pedals, and I'm going to go over all of my pedals very soon. Let's start off with the power supply. So what I've done is that I have put Velcro underneath the power supply, and for the time being I've decided I'm just going to put the power supply up on the top. I've got enough space, and I'm going to do that for the time being up until I come up with a better solution of mounting the power supply underneath. I've got few ideas up my sleeve, and I'm going to try them out a bit later. But let's get this thing going for starters. Alright, so the first pedal that I've got here is my wah pedal, and I've put Velcro underneath it. A lot of people say, hey, it's going to move and whatnot. I've had Velcro underneath my pedal for a long time period on some of the home DIY pedals and never had any issues. So this is just going to go right over here. I'm not putting it at the very edge because I do want to make sure that the pedal board is stable. So it's sitting here right now. There's a little movement just over here underneath, but I will see what I have to do. But I'll think about it later. But right now, as far as the top is concerned, it's steady enough. You know, the longer the pedals sit on top of the pedal board, it's just gonna get better. The second pedal, which is gonna be going in the chain, is the Wampler Tumnus, aka Clone Centaur. So this is my overdrive pedal, and I'm just gonna put that right here next to it. I'm being very generous and leaving a lot of space in between, just so that everything is nice and spread out. And I'm not stomping on anything that I don't want to be stomping on. So yeah, the one after that is my Mega Distortion pedal. I've used this pedal for many years, and I love the sound of this pedal. And it's gonna be next. My overdrive and my distortion pedals are gonna go through the send and return of the noise suppressor, and I'm gonna go over that very soon. In terms of placement, the next pedal which is gonna go here is my boost line driver. the MXR one, and that's gonna sit right over here next to the mega distortion pedal. I may just move this just a wee bit so that the pedals aren't falling off. Alright, and the last pedal on this row is my Boss digital delay. Love this pedal, and it's gonna go at the very end. So at the moment, this is what it looks like. Up on the top, I will have my Shure wireless system with a built-in chromatic tuner, and I'm gonna make this sit right up on the top, or here maybe in the middle. It's something that I don't really use a lot unless I'm just like tuning, so I don't need to stomp on it frequently. Then one after this is the noise suppressor, and I'm thinking about moving that right up on the top here, just to spread out the pedals a bit, and the board will look nicer as well that way. And the last one is my TC Electronics Compressor, and that's gonna go in the corner right over here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pedals, including the power supply on the Novo 18 pedal board, and it's looking good. Weight wise, I can easily lift it. It's not too heavy, so this is really good, and my board already looks very cool. The next step is connecting. So I've got a bunch of patch cables that I've got here, which are I've got the Ernie ball ones, the white ones, and I also have the Boss ones. So I'm gonna see what I need to do. Alright guys, so I've done the other boring job, which is putting all the patch cables into the input and outputs of all my pedals, and I'm just gonna show you guys the signal chain that I've gone through. I've got it written down over here, so let's just move this around. Okay. So it's a little complicated, but not that complicated. So this is my Shure wireless system and the chromatic tuner. From here, I'm going into the input of the wah. The output of the wah is going straight into the input of my noise suppressor. The send channel of the noise suppressor is going into the tumnus, input of the tumnus overdrive. Output of that is going into the input of the mega distortion. The output of mega distortion is going into the return of the noise suppressor. So I've created that loop over here. Alright, with the loop created, the output of the noise suppressor is going into the input of my boost pedal, and the output of that is going straight into my compressor pedal. Output of the compressor pedal is going into the input of my digital delay, and I'm going to be plugging in my guitar lead straight into the output of my digital delay. Alright, at the back, let's have a look. It doesn't look too bad. There are a few cables which are sticking out, and what I'm going to do next now is I'm going to put some cable ties, and then after I've done with that, I'm just going to connect my power supply cables to each pedal. This time I've decided to just run my wah pedal on battery, and the reason is because my power supply has only 7 outputs for the normal pedals, which is a 9 volt, and the other ones aren't. So I'm just gonna, and the wah pedal doesn't really use a lot of power, and the battery can actually last for a long time period. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the cable ties to make this area a bit more tidy. I don't need a lot of tidying around. It's actually looking pretty good, but I'm going to leave some cable ties for these guys as well. Alright, let's go ahead. Alright guys, I've done the other boring bit, which is put a cable tie to secure some of these patch cables, and I thought I was going to be needing more, but I ended up just using only one cable tie just around here, and that's kind of secured my cables nicely. Mind you, this thing is raised higher, so it's not that the cables are touching the ground, so that's pretty cool. Alright guys, I have now tied up all the cables at the back. Everything looks very neat and tidy. Let's get this a bit closer so you guys can have a look. I've even put a little bit of duct tape just to make everything neat. On the top, this is what the pedal board looks like. Everything seems to be sturdy. I won't be shaking my pedal board like this, so obviously there's no point in that, but that's just to demonstrate that, hey, the Velcro is holding the pedals nice and tightly, including the crybaby. So yeah, that looks great. I'm gonna plug this into the amplifier and let's check out what it sounds like. Alright guys, so I've slightly rearranged the order of my pedals, and one of the things that I've done right now is that for my signal chain, it's going directly from the guitar into the wah, into the tumness, into mega distortion, the line driver, digital delay, and then straight into the noise suppressor, and then into the force field compressor. I don't know why the loop into the noise suppressor was causing some noise, and I decided to actually go by the conventional method, just simple method. At the moment, my Shure wireless system is not plugged into the wah. I've got my guitar lead straight into the wah. So let's go ahead and listen to the clean sound and then try out some of the pedals. So that's my clean sound. Switching on the tumness. I love the sound of the tumness. Mega distortion. Delay. Anyways, thanks for watching this little video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it metal.